We were starting the practical driving exam with an automatic car in Bad Soden am Taunus at the Esso gas station. And we were coming back later to the same place, so we finished at the Esso gas station in Bad Soden am Taunus. Please leave the private property to the right side. Which means if you leave a private property, you have to watch out for the main road. Everyone else has the priority. Here especially before you check the road, you have to see that there's no pedestrian crossing the pedestrian way. No one was there. She was waiting until all the cars were gone, and then we could enter the priority street in Bad Soden am Taunus. Green traffic light, but that's just a pedestrian traffic light. It's not regulating an intersection. There you see the red traffic light. It's also just a pedestrian crossing traffic light, and it was red for a long time. The intersection does not needed to be kept free by the driving student. She was passing it, and it was enough space to wait behind the intersection. But remember, if there's traffic jam, you have to keep the streets free, that other cars can drive out, or from the other side they can drive in. Also pedestrian crossing areas and rail crosses. Please turn right to Liederbach and Kelkheim direction. She checked mirror, she indicated, and she was keeping the speed as good as possible, because the braking lane is entered now. And now we reduce the speed. The traffic light on the right side is switched off. That means we ignore it and we just give the way because of the sign. Nobody coming, blind spot to the right side, and we are away. Now we're driving outside the city. The speed limit is 100. There was no sign after we have turned right. That means the maximum speed limit outside the city is 100. And if you go with a trailer, it's 80. There were some raindrops on the windscreen, and the indicator switch, the wiper switch was already at the sensor mode. So I'm really sorry for the disturbing black lines coming up and down, because the student went to permanent mode. So this wiper we will see for a while now. But it's raining, I mean, it's not a big problem. Please turn right. We want to go to the B8 Königstein. She entered inside the braking lane. She braked down. You see there's no priority sign at the island. That means right before left, and we are coming from the right side. That means we don't need to brake down for any cars from the left side. Here we have priority sign, the yellow one, so we can just go on and enjoy. Now it's a little more rain. We will now enter the motorway, which is similar to a highway. It's exactly the same you have to do. The last right curve, slow speed, indicate left, and now accelerate hard. Check the mirror. Nobody from behind, you see the back camera, and we entered after a blind spot. Indicator switch off and enjoy the speed. Here, it's probably not such a good idea to drive perfect 100 because it's similar to a highway and there's no speed limit. So because of the rain, I would not go 130, 140, but 110, 115, that's probably good. So there's a slower car in front of us. And there is no car from behind. She was already checking, but she was not sure if she should overtake or not. She was a little bit, yeah, of course she was nervous. And then the examiner said, please, we need to take the straight lane. And if you have a look at the direction board on the right side, the big yellow direction board, you will see that the straight lane is the left of the two lanes. The right lane will go right to Königstein direction. So from here we know that we have to make a change to the left side. And that's it. Here was the speed limit 100. Now it's 80. And she was reducing speed because she saw already the 60 sign. And here you can see the broad line between the lanes and the arrows on the ground. But here sometimes it's too late to make the change. That's why we have the direction boards. We just have to get used to read and to understand what it means if two arrows are parallel to each other. So 60 is the maximum speed. It's a little bit wet on the ground and it's a sharp curve. It's a hard bend to the left side. So we were not driving 60, we were driving 45. Please turn right at the lights. Traffic light was green. Blind spot, but that's yeah, she reacted perfectly. And that's a very critical time that the traffic light is jumping to yellow, because in this time many students around the world do their checkings with the mirror and the blind spot, and we try to teach that you are already done with your checks. If you are probably 20 or 30 meters in front of the traffic light, if you have done your checks, then your eyes will stay in front. And if you do it 5 or 10 meters before you go around into the curve, into the bend, then you will not see the traffic light jumping. And then you cannot react, you know nothing about it. That's why we try to teach, check earlier, check 30 meters before you go. What will happen in the next 20 or 30 meters? You see everything is empty. You checked in your mirror, you checked in your blind spot, and nothing happens until you turn. But you are able to see the traffic lights. So the wiper are now on interval mode. But it was not the student switching back. No, it was not me switching back. It's German engineering. It's a very nice Audi A3 car. And the engineers were organizing that if you have the permanent mode, but you stand still, that it's automatically going back to interval mode. Because 20 years ago you were on permanent mode, then you were standing at the traffic light, but you were not driving against the raindrops, and then you always switched the indicators, the wiper switch back. And the engineers, they always start thinking when they produce cars or when they want to improve it, what can we do? And every upgrade, every facelift we get some little details, better and better. I love this, to detect the modern technique, the little hints and tricks. So, long time driving straight, no turning, nothing. And now we come to a little more complicated area. On the right side, there will be a school. So we get the speed limit 30, and probably you can see the additional sign, Monday till Friday, 7 to 17. Which means now 30 speed limit is active. Here on the right side you can see the school, and what else can you see? People crossing the street. She was waiting for the two girls on the right side, but from the left side someone was crossing, and then she was sure that it was free, and we went on. Another reminder, 30 from Monday till Friday, 7 to 17. Another pedestrian crossing. Right side is okay, left side is also okay. Please go straight. You see the priority sign, it's a priority street. Turning to the right side, so she checked the right side. And people were coming, so she was waiting. That's what we have to do here. But even if you don't see the sign combination, you can see the line, and that's strange that the lines are not going straight, that it's going to the right side. We enter a 30 zone, and inside a 30 zone we have the right before left rule. Please turn right. A very broad street we are driving in, so we can keep on the right side, even if someone was coming from the right side. They drive on their side and we drive on the right side, so everything is fine. Another pedestrian crossing, check, check, nobody there, we go on. Passing a parked car, mirror, indicator, blind spot. Well done. And now the street on the right side, there's no right before left. You see there's no waiting line, but there were waiting lines. It's a walking speed area. So the rule says if people come out of the walking speed area, they have to wait. That's why we were going on. Right before left rule over here. Nobody from the right side, and going on. Then there's a little part of the street only one car can fit. We have the blue sign, so we can go on, and the other side has the circle red sign. They have to wait. Please turn left. You see, no priority sign. Right before left, right side car is coming. Very slowly. Turning around our car. We are moving a little more that we can see better, and that's it. What's the wiper doing? Ah, still permanent mode. I think I could read the burnt rubber. Walking speed area, and remember, it's not only the walking speed less than 10, officially it's 4 till 7. It's right before left rule inside the walking speed area, and you have to treat it like a very, very big pedestrian crossing area. All pedestrians have priority. If someone wants to cross, you have to stop. It's easy to do if your speed is already less than 10. If you drive 20, 25 or 30, well, you are not able to stop the car properly for the pedestrians. Please turn right. We don't want to drive in again into a walking speed area. That's why we turn right here. Do you recognize how many pedestrians are on the road and how many bicycles are on the road? Yes. So if you can choose the weather, I hope you always choose the rainy weather for your exam, because not many people on the road. Only cars and trucks, but not pedestrians. Please take the second exit. It's empty, so we could have. The postman was coming. Now we're inside the roundabout. We have the priority and we take the second exit. This is the second exit we indicated, and again, no pedestrians here. We enter a 30 zone. You see it on the ground, you see it on the sign on the right side, and we are in. Now it's the job to detect where is the next street on the right side. There it is. The corner of the pedestrian way is turning into the street. Waiting line on the ground. Wow, that's easy to do. The obstacle is on our right side and oncoming traffic is coming, so she hesitated a little bit and she stopped. She saw the car coming and then she went on. Unfortunately, next car was coming. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Easy to do. What did she learn? Waiting. I always tell my students that as a student, I would not be the one who is solving the traffic problems. I would always let it do the other ones. They have so many years of experience. You just stand still and you show the others, I'm not able to do this. And the others will solve the problems. Pedestrian way, and right before left, directly behind. The little girl with the umbrella on the left side was not crossing. No problem for the exam. The wiper is doing a very good job. Perfect, she waited again. So where you see the big houses, there cannot be a right before left, but between the houses you have to have a look, and there is another street right before left. How many exercises did she do until now? Yes, not a single one. But we have to do 3 exercises. Parallel parking, turnaround, and the emergency brake. The emergency braking. So another car is coming, and another car is coming, and another car is coming, and no more car is coming. Now the examiner said, please go on straight into the dead end. And now it's clear what we do in a dead end. For sure we need to turn around, because a dead end is a dead end. We have to come out the same street where we drive in. Please stop on the right side where the blue car is standing for the reverse parking. Indicator was running, no one behind us. Slow approach at the same level. We stopped, and then We were driving reverse into the parking space. Now look how slowly she's moving with the automatic car. Oh, nice and sensitive on the brake. Checking around. It's so many things you have to check. The angle, if someone is overtaking on the left side and all that stuff. It's really a difficult job, and that's why I only can recommend drive slowly. If the parking process takes longer than 1 minute, then it's a good parking. And she was already in. And parallel. Very good, please go on driving. We do not need to go straight forward. I believe you are able to do this. Okay, mirror, indicator, blind spot, and we are back on track. Okay, exercise number 1, done. Please turn around. Okay, on the right side she saw the big entrance. It's the entrance of a garage of a private property. Reverse right, checking everything around. Stopping. Indicator left. Checking both sides. And driving out. Exercise number 2, done. Please turn left. No oncoming traffic, blind spot on the left side, and a nice turn on the right side of the road. Another street with a waiting line on the ground. She was checking through the fence and going on. At the end, please turn left. Placing the car on the left side where the island is and where the white solid line is. So from the right side you can see a car approaching. The kids are running over the pedestrian crossing on the right side, bicycle on the right side. Lots of traffic, it's a main road. I was talking about no bicycles and no pedestrians. There we have it. But we were not involved in that. It was on the right side. So please go straight. Traffic light is green, so keep watching if it's changing to yellow or red. No. And now many students accelerate because it looks like outside the city, but we are still inside, so 50 is still active. And here on the right side you see, and on the left side as well, end of city and 80 because they don't want us to drive 100. This video is supported by the wipers. Still running. Permanent mode. But she was realizing it. I think they will go to interval mode within the next 2 or 3 minutes. Many reminder that there's a 60 speed limit because there's the speed checking machine on the left side right now and on the right side right now. And the wiper is back on interval mode. And I saw her face because I have a little mirror on the top right corner of my windscreen, and she was having a little smile because she realized that 25 minutes she was on permanent mode. Please turn left. Mirror, indicator, blind spot, getting into the lane, braking down to 15 to 20. No oncoming traffic, blind spot, turn. No traffic sign at the island, and it's right before left, but we could see earlier that there was no one coming. We have already been here. We were going straight the last time to enter the motorway. Now we turn back right to Bad Soden. We enter the city of Bad Soden. On the right side, the direction, the city board tells us maximum speed is 50. We come to the roundabout. Approach speed at the roundabout is 15 to 20. There's one driving in the roundabout. Is he turning around? We don't know. We hesitate, and easy to do. Please take the first exit. Indicator, mirror, blind spot, and we see the next roundabout. Please take the second exit. First exit is no entry. You see it on the right side, no entry. And one exercise is missing. We have had the reverse parallel parking. We have had the turnaround. So the emergency braking is missing. Please turn right behind the traffic light. This traffic light is also just for pedestrians. It's not regulating the intersection. For the intersection, we have this sign, priority on this intersection. Mirror blind spot, turning in, and then turn left. Check the right street right before left. And here's a nice street to do the emergency braking, but first we have to check the right before left. Okay, behind the right before left, please accelerate to the speed of 30. Behind us is no car. We can do the emergency brake. If I say stop, you stop. And stop! She stopped. Please go on driving. Mirror, indicator, blind spot, and we are rolling. Please turn left. So exercise number 3, done. And turn right. You can already see the yield sign, the giveaway sign. Staying on the right side, on the right corner. Approaching slowly because on the left side there were some parked cars. It's not very well to see. And blind spot and turn. Another priority sign for this single road here in front of us for this intersection. Pedestrian crossing, no one there. Then a little construction, but not on our side, which means we can go on. But pedestrian way, pedestrian crossing behind it. So the left side was not visible very well, but no one was there. Parked car. A parking car. And tack. He was inside. We could go on. And at the second traffic light, please turn right. Here she was a little bit close. That was not necessary. We could have done more distance and then going later into the right lane. This is the first traffic light. And he said, please turn right, the second traffic light. We are already in the right turning lane, so mirror, indicator breaking down, mirror blind spot now. Now eyes back in front to see what the traffic light is doing, and then turn. Here's our office, here's our school in front of us. And in the roundabout, we take the second exit. Oh no, it was, yeah, he said second exit, but on the direction board it's written the first exit. But it's the second officially, because the first exit goes to the parking lot of the Tegut market, which is officially an exit, and we take exit number 2. Which is this one. And look, we are back at the Esso gas station. Please turn right in front of the construction. Nice and slow speed. No pedestrians driving in. Then please pass the cone on the left side. And then go to the backyard where the black cars parked. So we have done all 3 exercises. There were no mistakes. And please place the car on the right side where the free space is at the red and silver box. And this was another passed driving exam. Congratulations.